really for what the fuck in the news. I want to talk about something really, really serious out here. Okay, first of all, I'd like to go back to the days where we played with Barbies and Fuzz. I mean, he didn't finish high school. He's has trouble keeping a job. All he wants to do is play freaking video games with his friends online. Okay, this is ridiculous. There's obesity out there, and I have to admit he's really, really heavy. He's been heavy since he was 16. I mean, get them out playing, like, this whole, what is it, 360. Get the kids out playing. Great idea. I mean, we used to play kick the can. We used to play spud. We used to play step ball. We were out playing around. Look at all the fields. Go around in your neighborhood and look at all the ball fields. They're all overgrown. No one's out there playing on them anymore. I mean, I was playing on 3 different teams. Softball, my brothers were playing on 2 and 3 different teams. I mean, times were different back then, and I have to say they were better. Technology is not always for the best. I mean, kids nowadays, who opens a book anymore? The libraries are going downhill. I still read. I still open up a book, but this is ridiculous. Anyway, back to what this video is all about. Sorry, I got off on a tangent. Just really, really adamant about this. Anyway, so it all started with this guy, Casey Viner, and this guy, Shane Gaskill. They were playing a game of Call of Duty online, and they lost their $1.50. Whatever, some kind of bet. And they got pissed off. So they started threatening with swatting, okay? If you don't know what swatting means, let me enlighten you. It's where you call the authorities and make up some ludicrous idea that somebody is being held hostage, or they shot somebody, or they're in the midst of some major intense crime going on, and you call and you get the authorities sent to someone's house that nothing's going on, and under the roof that there is something going on, and they capture it online. It's to send it to the other gamers place, so they can capture it online, where SWAT comes rushing in with their guns drawn, or police come rushing in, and it's to throw and distract the other gamer off their balance. What the fuck? If that's not what the fuck, like the capital letters, I don't know what is. Oh my god. Anyway, so they started threatening to SWAT each other. So Shane Gaskill gave Casey Viner his old address and said, "Yeah, I dare you to SWAT me. Here's my address." So Casey Viner recruited a guy by the name of Tyler Barris, who is a known SWATter. His screen name was Swatistic, and here he is in front of the. Whoop, sorry about that. In front of the computer. He was homeless in LA at the time, and he was using the library's computers in order to do his swatting. Okay, so he was actually, like I said, homeless at the time, and in 2015, he had called in some bomb threats in Glendale, California. So he was arrested in May of 2016 for that, and he was sentenced to 2 years. Well, instead of serving a full sentence, he was released in January 2017. Well, he was arrested again that same month on charges of violating a protective order. He was convicted of domestic violence, and that's pretty much, I think, part of the reason why he was homeless. None of his family, his mother abandoned him, and his grandmother wouldn't take him in. I believe it had something to do with the restraining order. She had a restraining order against him. Okay, so then he again gets out of prison early, and he gets out of Los Angeles County lockup on August 24, 2017. So then he's back to swatting. So Viner recruits Bears to do some swatting against whatever his name was, Gator. Shit, I should do my homework, sorry. Against Gaskill. So Viner calls up Barris and says, "Hey, can you help me SWAT this guy?" or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And this time, I believe Barris is actually doing this for hire now. Not sure if Viner actually paid him or not, but so Barris goes and calls. The address is in Kansas. He calls the Kansas Police Department and says that he shot his father, and that he has his mother and his brother at gunpoint, holding him hostage, and he has put gasoline all over the house, and he's about to set the house on fire. So, SWAT and all the authorities goes to this address in Kansas, where this guy Finch, Andrew Finch, sees flashing lights and stuff outside, and he's like, "What the hell's going on?" So he walks out front, and the cops are like, "Put your hands in the air! Put your hands in the air!" So he puts his hand, and he reaches down for something, I don't know what, but at that point the cops thought he was reaching for a gun, and they shot him. Finch was a father of two, innocent, and he had moved in to Gaskill's old place. So the address that Gaskill had given, his previous address, was actually now Andrew Finch's. So Gaskill, not knowing that someone lives at this house, blah, 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 didn't know that was going to happen, given the fake address. But okay, so Andrew Finch gets shot cold dead for just walking outside to find out what's going on. I do it all the time. I live on Hartford Road in Baltimore, and there's lights going down. I live next to a bar. If I see flashing lights, I'll walk outside and see what's going on. I mean, anybody would do that out of curiosity. So he gets shot down. So they, meanwhile, he was using a burner phone. Barris was using a burner phone to do all these swatting incidents, bomb threats. He even called in a bomb threat to a school. Let me see where that was. That was, I forgot where the school was actually. But he called in bomb threats in government buildings and businesses all across the country and in Canada. He was facing multiple charges, I believe, in Washington, D.C., L.A., Kansas, Ohio, numerous states across the country, because he's using a burner phone, which was untraceable. So this police officer in L.A., I believe, yeah, because he had called a bomb threat in for a school in L.A. So he was pissed off because it's a waste of freaking government money too, and time that they could be really going out and getting some bad guys. Okay, God, can you tell how pissed off I am about this? Anywho, so this one police officer tries to find out who this guy is. So he texts the number it came from, and he starts appealing to Barris's ego. So he says, "Hey, blah, blah." So then, what's up? And the guy says, "Yeah, I'm a swatter, whatever, blah, blah, blah." So he gets this woman cop to pose and start sending him pictures. So she sends him pictures and she befriends him and blah, 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 blah. And they start talking and she gets him to send a picture of him. And so now they know what he looks like. So they've narrowed it down a little bit. So then the cop, some kind of rocket got lifted off. So he says, "Hey, what's going on over in California?" So Barris walks outside and takes a picture of the missile being launched out in California. So now the cop has him within a 2-mile radius. And they eventually track him down to the library he was doing his swatting from. And he is finally arrested. Okay, so case done, right? Closed, whatever. So he's sentenced to 20 years. But after this, so yeah, they got sent to the wrong address. After this, Andrew Finch's niece, Domenica Finch, who actually was at the house when he was shot, was so devastated from walking over her dead uncle, hearing him get shot. The mother said that it was curdling screams that you couldn't even, oh my God, like it was a sound you've never even heard of him dying out on the front porch. His niece had heard this, I think she was 17 at the time, and was distraught and like traumatized over this, where she wound up killing herself via self-inflicted gunshot a year later. So on top of that, oh, she's 18-year-old. Oh, I'm sorry. Dominica Finch, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, is Andrew Finch's mother. The 18-year-old niece, Adelina Finch, is the one who wound up shooting herself January after her uncle's death. So sorry about that. Well, now, and Alina's boyfriend, Jeremy J.C. Arnold, 20-year-old, he is so distraught over his girlfriend's death that he winds up self-inflicting a gun wound to himself, killing himself. So now we have 2 suicides and the unnecessary homicide, homicide by cop, all because of this man right here who's now serving a 20-year sentence in Phoenix, Arizona, in the federal prison. All because of 2 guys that lost a fucking dollar friggin' 50. Are you kidding me? $1.50 over some video games. This is ridiculous. I mean, come on now. $1.50? I mean, so now there's 3 lives gone. Did the game even finish? I mean, what do you get if you win a video game? It's not like you're on a game show where you actually win some cold hard cash. You're playing a friggin' video game. It's not like there's a slot that money comes out if you become first player. I mean, yes, I play video games myself. I do, and I enjoy them, and I do enjoy Hitman. I do enjoy first shooter games. I do, but I'm not in there like in the role myself. Oh my god, this really upsets me. But anyway, I just had to share this with you as another what the fuck in the news. And you know what? If you see somebody playing a video, get them off the computer. Get them off and say, hey, go outside, play a little bit, go on a walk, whatever. Get them off the freaking computer. Not to mention this causes carpal tunnel and everything when they get older. These kids have to get up out of their friggin' rooms and off the computer and outside. Vitamin D is like the best friggin' vitamin a body can have, and it all comes from the sunshine. So come on, people. I mean, parents out there, I'm just urging you. Come on, get your kids off the damn computer. I mean, take their phone away from take everything away for 3 hours a day or something, just to make them go outside. This is so ridiculous. This nation is getting out of hand, and it's causing shit like this. So anyway, this is Shelly, what the fuck in the news, for another video. I hope it enlightened you.